From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, August 11th. It's going to be a warm day, but normal for this time of year to end the work week. There'll also be high humidity. The Storm Track 8 weather team says it is tracking the chance for a few showers late this morning into your Friday afternoon. Then a complex of rain and storms may roll into the state later today, like Friday night into early Saturday morning. There is the potential for isolated strong to severe storms along and west of a Washington, Indianapolis, Fort Wayne line. Damaging winds and hail will be the main threats. Flooding will not be as big of a concern with this round of activity due to the storms not set to train. Highs will rise into the mid-80s. And today, Brickyard Weekend begins at IMS. Practice gets underway this morning ahead of the big IndyCar race Saturday. Racing starts today, goes through Sunday. Alex Palou will be looking to defend his title. Gates opened at 8 o'clock this morning, and there's a full lineup of practices and qualifying matches all day. Today, general admission is $20. Saturday, the price goes up to $40. Of course, you can pay more for reserved seats at different sections. Also, fans will have access to the Premier League watching party starting at 7:30 Saturday morning in the Pagoda Plaza. Sunday admission is $40 all weekend. Children 15 and under are free with a paying adult. And today, a hearing in the 2020 election conspiracy case against former President Donald Trump. A federal judge is set to hear arguments over a request from prosecutors seeking a protective order to bar Trump from talking about evidence in the case. Special counsel Jack Smith's team is seeking the order. Prosecutors have raised concerns that Trump may reveal sensitive information. Today's hearing begins at 11. Two others in the case appeared in federal court yesterday. Trump's valet, Walt Nauta, and Mar-a-Lago property manager Carlos de Oliveira both pleaded not guilty to the charges. Trump waived his right to appear. Maui's pain is deepening this morning. Authorities have released a new count of deaths from the wildfire that tore through Lahaina. At least 55 people have died. As the scope of the devastation comes into clearer focus, neighborhoods, many landmarks, and signature sites are gone. One note of hope, Lahaina's historic banyan tree is charred but still standing this morning. It's a massive tree where people gather under its block-long boughs and its many trunks. It's been a centerpiece of the area since it was planted as a sapling 150 years ago. The banyan tree is on Front Street. It's a hub of shopping and dining. Hawaii's governor says it'll take billions of dollars and years to rebuild. Thousands of people will need places to live.
It's not just a loss of our home. It's a loss of our entire community, our town that we've known it to be for generations. And it's completely devastating. We're shook to our core.
Firefighters say they have 80% containment on the wildfire. President Biden has declared a major disaster, which will fast-track federal help for the island. Back here at home, Indianapolis police say a 15-year-old is the victim of an overnight shooting on the west side. Officers say they found the teenager shot near Michigan Street and Holt Road just before 2 this morning. At last check, he was stable at Riley Hospital for Children. It's not known yet what led up to the shooting or if police have a suspect. The mayor of Beech Grove is delivering an ultimatum to the owner of a popular but troubled night spot. Close down or he'll do it for you. We first brought this story to you as breaking news yesterday on Wish TV's Daybreak. Detectives believe an argument inside the Silver Bullet Sports Bar led to 2 men shot. Mayor Dennis Buckley says the violence hurts the city's effort to rebuild Main Street. He says he told the bar owner he would start the process of closing the location if the owner doesn't agree to do it himself.
It's very disturbing. And the fact that this happened in the middle of the night and there's people asleep in their homes within 50 feet of where this happened. And how can any society accept that?
Beech Grove police say their officers have responded to multiple shootings at bars and say the department may look into more extreme measures to prevent violence. An IT mate is digging into discrepancies with Delta-8 THC. It's a compound found in the cannabis plant, and police and prosecutors across the state are not all handling it the same way. Attorney General Todd Rokita issued in January an opinion that Delta-8 products and other THC variants are illegal. Schedule 1 drugs, in the same category as heroin and cocaine. IT-Mate spoke to the owner of Cloud City Vapor in Evansville. He says he started selling Delta-8 products when federal changes legalized them in 2018. Then recently, police paid the store a visit.
Officer walked in, said all the products we have, which was 2-3 display cases worth of stuff, just had to be taken out, could no longer be sold.
He says police told him he would be charged with a crime if he didn't get rid of the products. In Indianapolis, it's a different story. IT-Mate found police are not telling businesses to stop selling the products, and the Marion County prosecutor is not working any cases related to it. The Midwest Hemp Council is suing Rokita, challenging his opinion on Delta 8. This school year marks the first in which Indiana has a near universal voucher program. Private schools are reporting larger enrollment. 355 of them are approved to take the vouchers this year. Under the new rules, a student can qualify for the vouchers if the household income of their parents or guardians is less than $220,000 for a family of 4. More than 52,000 students used choice scholarship vouchers last school year. Enrollment figures for the new school year will not be available until the middle of September. Indianapolis author John Green's criticism of the Hamilton East Public Library is taking another turn. A new T-shirt, including a quote from Green, is now available for sale. It says, "You won't catch me alive or dead in Fishers, Indiana until these ridiculous policies are revoked," which I guess means no Topgolf or IKEA for a while. The shirt is a reference to a post on X from Green earlier this week that has since been deleted. The author posted a series of tweets on Wednesday calling out the library board's decision to reshelve some books from the teen section to the adult section, including Green's The Fault in Our Stars. Raygun is selling the shirt online for $24.95. The company says part of the proceeds will go to Kurt Vonnegut Museum and Library. North Central High School leaders say officers acted quickly to handle a student who brought a weapon to school. The school says officers found the weapon yesterday during routine supervision before classes started. A letter to parents says officers implemented safety protocols. It's unknown at this time what kind of weapon the student had, what grade they're in, or if the student will face disciplinary action. Police want your help as they try to solve a $300,000 theft that happened during Gen Con. Police say they want to talk to Thomas Dunbar and Andrew Pearson. Both are from New York City. IMPD thinks someone stole a pallet of Magic the Gathering gaming cards during the convention in downtown Indianapolis. The department did release security camera pictures of the men with a red pallet. We have those on wishtv.com. Police are not calling the men suspects and instead strong persons of interest. A new study lists Indianapolis among the top 25 cities for first-time home buyers. The study by smartasset.com considered affordability, growth potential, competition, and the age of the city's population. Indianapolis ranked 11th out of 180 cities in growth potential and 18th in competition, meaning houses on the market became pending sales more quickly than other areas. Indianapolis is the second largest city in the survey's top 25. Only Jacksonville, Florida is larger. Most of the other cities had population under 200,000. To the Colts, the team is mourning the death of a former player. Colts owner Jim Irsay says former wide receiver Sean Dawkins has died. He announced it in a tweet yesterday saying, "Rest in peace, Sean Dawkins. I am shocked and saddened. My prayers and condolences to Sean's family." Dawkins was selected by the Colts in the first round of the draft in 1993. He played 5 seasons with the Colts. Dawkins was 52 years old. And Colts fans will get their first true look at the team's new quarterback this weekend. Anthony Richardson is set to be the starter at quarterback in the preseason opener. News 8's Angela Morian got reaction.
I'm excited. I get to run out there first and hopefully put up some points early.
The Colts have their starting quarterback, at least for the first preseason game. Rookie Anthony Richardson will start under center against the Bills.
I want to just see where he's at, get him out there, and, he's been doing a nice job, and get him out there with the guys and go from there.
I feel it lets me know, where I'm at, so I'm definitely excited to go against a different opponent instead of going against Zaire and Shaq Leonard every single day. I'm looking forward to the first hit. Once I get hit, I know I'm in the game for real, so, hopefully it don't hit me too hard.
Richardson will be getting his first true NFL experience at just 21 years old. If he were to start week 1 for the Colts, he'd be one of the youngest starting quarterbacks in league history. This rookie knows the emotions are going to be running high on Saturday in Buffalo.
I know I'm going to be anxious, I get to play football again, so that's always something big. And then just being on a big stage, even going to Buffalo, I've never been, so it's a first for everything, and I'm excited.
Richardson's teammates are just as excited to see what their 4th overall draft pick can do.
The way he's
kind of melded into this offense, kind of has started to make it his own. It's very impressive anytime you see a rookie come in and really pick something up. I couldn't even imagine as a quarterback, having to learn so much more. Everything rests on your shoulders, but he's taken it in stride and shown to be a leader, and yeah, I'm just excited to see how he does.
I think he's, earned a lot of respect early on. I think he does that by how he prepares. He wants to learn, wants to do it the right way. I think he's doing everything he needs to do right now.
Next thing to do, win. Angela Morian, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
A nationwide settlement with OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma will not move forward. It would have shielded the family who owns the company from civil lawsuits over the toll of opioids. The Supreme Court agreed yesterday to temporarily block the $6 million settlement. The High Court says it will hear arguments before the end of the year over whether the deal can proceed. A new report is shedding light on accusations against Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. As we've reported, the justice is accused of taking multiple luxury trips through the help of wealthy GOP donors. According to a new article from ProPublica, the perks included flights on private planes, skybox tickets to sporting events, and a standing invitation at a high-end private golf club. The report also names 3 more benefactors. Justin Elliott is one of the reporters who worked on the story. He says the report raises concerns.
One of the questions raised by this is, if somebody's paying for your luxury vacations repeatedly, I certainly would feel some sense of obligation to that person. So I think there's a question of influence there.
According to ProPublica, the trips and travel perks often went unreported on the justice's financial disclosure form. It says Thomas did not respond to its list of questions for the report. Mike Pence says he's ready for the Republican presidential debate. The former vice president and Indiana governor has qualified for the event. He talked about it at the Iowa State Fair. Pence and other contenders are chasing former President Donald Trump in the polls, but at the moment it appears Trump is out for the debate. Trump says he won't sign a pledge to support the Republican nominee, whomever it turns out to be. Organizers have said everyone in the debate must sign it.
Really, I think I've spent a lifetime preparing. People ask me sometimes what I think about maybe debating Donald Trump. I tell people I've debated Donald Trump 1,000 times, just never with the cameras on. But look, I know the former president. I know everybody on that stage, and I'm looking forward to having a vigorous debate.
The debate is set for August 23rd in Milwaukee. And it is Energize Indiana Day at the State Fair today. NextEra Energy Resources will offer opportunities to learn about renewable energy. Tonight, members of the 1954 State Championship Milan High School basketball team will be at the Harvest Pavilion from 5 to 7. The team inspired the movie Hoosiers, of course. Then the Gin Blossoms are on the free stage at 7:30 tonight. Gates are open until 9 o'clock. The Drum Corps International competition is happening now at Lucas Oil Stadium, and we now know the championship will stay for at least another decade. DCI and Visit Indy announced a multi-year contract extension yesterday. The extended partnership keeps the competition in the city through 2033. In the current championship, the semifinal round starts today at 1. Final round is tomorrow. And today, you might be able to catch people rappelling down the side of a downtown building. The Over the Edge event will raise money for the United Way. It's happening at the Keystone Group building on Meridian, right across from the Federal building, just north of the Circle. Organizers say they've already raised $135,000. The rappelling starts at 9 this morning. Finally, to business news, Jane King starts with research explaining how you can ensure businesses and products are legitimate.
If you're unsure of a business, you can do some research. Find a seller's physical address, not just a P.O. box, and a phone number. Do an internet search for the company name and website and look for negative reviews. Unfortunately, don't believe everything you read with customer reviews, as those can be bought. Businesses can buy or incentivize customers to provide favorable reviews as well. Now, if the service you need requires a licensed professional, ask for the license number and check with the licensing entity to determine if they're legitimate or if there's been complaints. Your state attorney general can also tell you if any formal complaints have been filed against a company and how well they respond to them. Many online shoppers fail to fully research a product before buying, meaning they either overpay or they buy the wrong product. Most e-commerce stores allow a full replacement or refund for return purchases within a recommended time frame. And GE Capital Retail Bank's second annual major purchase shopper study has found that a growing number of consumers extensively research and compare prices and financing offers before making major purchases. According to the study, 81% of consumers go online to find information and answer questions about a product or service before heading to the store to make a purchase. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King.
This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and like us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.